So, damn, bro, looking like Pepe up in here.
No, it's like happening to me. That's why I was asking if it
Man, you look
happens to you.
tired. That happens to me with like allergies too.
I don't have allergies like that. But I think I'm allergic to cats now.
Oh, really? It can develop?
I think it actually developed because I never used to be allergic. And the last time I was around a cat, bro, I was getting itchy and my eyes were itchy.
And they start getting puffy.
And I was just like, dang it, I think I'm allergic. As long as I'm not allergic to dogs, we're good. Because cats, I have no interest in having a cat.
My friends have cats, like multiple. And so, well, actually, he's probably listening. But like Byron and his girlfriend have a cat. And Katie has a cat as well. Or she has multiple cats too. And then who else has cats? Because I feel like...
I want to see her chickens.
Oh, there's a story behind that.
Oh, okay. So then...
That's actually kind of funny. No, but yeah. I think... I don't know. She doesn't have chickens anymore, I'm pretty sure. But basically though, with cats I get like mad allergic. But it didn't, the thing is because I went to Byron's, they had like a little thing.
A little get together.
And it was super nice. And but the thing is, like for me, and it happened last time too, where like it didn't hit me till way later. So everything was cool. Like, my allergy was completely fine. Which I'm always surprised when that happens, especially with cats, because usually I'm like mad allergic to cats. Like that's been always the thing since I was a kid, was cats was where it hits me. But yeah, everything was super cool, super fun. And there was so much food, dude. Like it was crazy. Like I felt bad that I didn't like make any. I was like, dang, like I should have like made something, because I love cooking too. So I should have brought something. But our job was like, the alcohol or whatever. So that was cool too. And but yeah, like basically the allergies didn't hit me till later, and that's where I started feeling that feeling you're talking about, where it was like right at the end before we left, where I was like, oh my god, like it makes me feel like I'm really tired, but it's literally because my eyes are like wanting to close, and I think it's an allergy thing. So
really,
I don't know.
I think for me it's just the tiredness, but sometimes it just happens randomly.
I get that too,
and my eyes just like squeeze shut, and I'm like, I didn't mean to do that. And then people are talking to me mid conversation, and I'm like,
maybe unconsciously you're getting bored.
I don't know. But there was something else that they were... I don't think it's that.
What?
Because my mind's always like
sometimes
running,
I think that happens to me, and it's like bad.
I don't know how I would get bored. But, oh my gosh, there was something that I thought was normal, and I was talking about... Because you know how like you have some things that you're just like, oh yeah, that's just a part of my living. And then you talk about it with someone, they're like, you need to see a doctor.
That's like me when I say I get like lightheaded.
I forgot
and
what
I get dizzy, because it happens constantly.
You have a lot.
But then sometimes,
don't see a
but it's always after I eat, and then I'm like, that's probably just because I ate. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but it might be like sugar
related. There's definitely
related.
a lot of stuff.
I don't know. Who knows?
That. But
I get insurance in January.
Yeah, now you're gonna take. You better now. No excuses. You actually have to see the doctor.
Finally, yeah. I mean, I don't like going to the doctor. I don't like paying for the doctor. Like oh my God. I don't know. Because it's expensive. And for me, it makes me so upset to have to pay for health problems that aren't your fault. Like, why should I have to pay for this? Just like, you understand more than anybody probably. And in general, especially when you have to go to the doctor a lot or go to the hospital or whatever, like why, it doesn't seem, when you think about how much they get paid, it's I'd love to be doing, I don't know, like Daniela doing x-ray and stuff.
Yeah.
And they get paid a lot of money, and I'd love to do that. But then it makes me feel bad, because I'm like, this is just something they need, like, to live.
Yeah.
So.
Which it makes me think about, like, we're really lucky to even have access to seeing doctors and stuff like that, and be able to see them, even though it can be costly. I'm blessed with really good insurance, so I haven't really had to pay that much out of pocket, and I've had a lot of appointments.
That's amazing, man. The one my job offers is trash. You saw it.
Yeah.
When I showed you like the summary benefits, I was like,
it's
dude,
really bad.
And
at that point, just
co-pays,
don't even have anything.
That's why I didn't get it, because I was like, why am I gonna pay? Dude, it raised, by the way. Can you believe it? I checked it because
it's more expensive than mine. Mine covers like,
bruh. It was from November the 1st through the 15th, the open enrollment period or whatever, for us to like renew our things or to change our insurance. And I picked the same thing. I did the dental. The vision, because that makes sense to me to have extra, and like just in case. And then I think I took away the I took away the short term because they raised it from like $10 a month to $40. Something like the short term disability, I'm pretty sure. I was like, what?
That makes no sense.
No, and then I looked at the coverage and it was so low compared to last year's. I don't know what happened, but it got worse.
You know how much I pay a month for short term? Not even $5.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
And that covered me when I had surgery.
Yo.
I got a full paycheck, 100%.
That's crazy, man.
For the 2 months that I was out.
Mm-hmm. Dang, bro. See, that's what I want. And that's because I remember you told me to get it because it was so important for you.
Yeah, but $40.
Yeah, it's like 30 something.
It's good when you need it. Yeah. The odds of you needing it because you don't go to the doctor are very low. And when you get short-term disability, they give you a lot of problems, like to get it approved.
That's what I was thinking of, and that's why I took it off.
Unless it's a major surgery, they'll be like, all right, well, I can't argue this one. But if it's something else,
I felt like
unexpected, they're going to give you problems.
Yeah, considering like everything about my job and stuff is where I was like, you know what? Like, I'm going to take this off because I feel like it would be a hassle regardless. Like, I'm worried that I wouldn't even get it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I looked through like the terms because, I read through the terms and stuff. And I think that it was also capped at like $30K, which if you think about like short term, like, I don't know. For me, that's just crazy to think that it would be capped. I heard it, but no, it's fine.
Sorry, my body, guys.
A little
You're
hungry.
just going to have to get used to it.
Okay. No, but yeah, I think it was capped at like 30,000 for like the max that they pay you out.
30,000.
I think I might be thinking of the long term because there was the two. I didn't do the short term or the long term disability.
Well, short term is up to 26 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So 30,000, you're not gonna get that much.
Yeah, I guess
26 weeks.
I mean,
but there's this year I was very proud of myself because my annual enrollment period came, and I normally just leave it as is because I looked at it 2 years ago and I was like, all right, cool. I got everything set. I don't have to add anything else. But there were some things that I noticed needed some tweaking because I had conversations with coworkers and they were like, did you do this premium? And I was like, what are you talking about? I thought it was already set to premium. Was not.
What do you mean?
The dental, I had no idea that wasn't defaulted to premium.
Where you pay monthly?
Yeah. Right? So I just had like I had the basic, the free, which honestly it covers a lot. Free? Yeah, I get free dental, free vision, so I don't pay for it. The company does. And you can add like to make it premium, you can pay like $2 a month or something like that, or $3-4. I don't know, but it's worth it because it covers a higher percentage and more like more X-rays and like.
Probably like fillings, there's other stuff. Canals,
yeah, fillings crowns, are free. So it's like
the serious stuff, the comprehensive benefits type of thing.
So I was like, all right, dope. I'm gonna upgrade it this year because I realized it wasn't upgraded.
Yeah. I mean, your teeth are great.
I mean, yeah. The thing is, I didn't go to the dentist for about 6 years.
I don't know. You've always
I've always taken care of my teeth,
and your teeth are like really straight.
I've always had an A+, but the last time I went, I had like 2 cavities, and I've never had a cavity in my entire life. That was the first time I had a cavity, and I'd say, hey, 7 years and only 2. That's not bad.
Yeah,
but
I'm not the same.
It's not good either. Yeah. So I was like, all right, let me upgrade this
and
so I can be more consistent or whatever. And then, there's other stuff that you can add on like life insurance. I'm like, oh, what if I die? And like chronic illness stuff where if you end up in the hospital, which I've heard of people using this, where if you end up in the hospital and let's say you get leukemia, cancer, like a chronic illness, like you get a diagnosis just for the diagnosis of the chronic illness, they give you $20,000, like up to 20,000. Nice. But it's like instantly, if you have that diagnosis, there's a list of them. And I was very mindful on like, what they were. And I was like, I'm very consistent with the doctor and I foresee some things. So I was like, let me just add this on.
I feel like, but think about how also, I mean, I don't know, just for me, it's great to have, right? Because especially because I'm sure it's cheap. or free. But
which I don't know if me knowing stuff and then getting it, if that
no, it doesn't
ruins
affect
it.
Insurance. Because it's not a pre-existing condition. It would have to be like newly diagnosed. If it was something like condition that they diagnosed, if it's something they already diagnosed you with, at least from what I remember, like in insurance is typically well, actually no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of life insurance, because life insurance especially is where they don't want any pre-existing conditions, and they'll look into like what you had.
Yeah, that's different. I looked at the terms on that one. Because if it ends
up being that you die like within a year from getting the life insurance, they're going to be like, did you already have like conditions before you started the contract? But I think with insurance you're fine.
And if I get hospitalized, like if I get hospitalized, let's say I get copay? No, I'm just paying for. I added this on for like a few dollars a month. Yeah. And it's like it gives me up to $20,000 if
to use towards the hospital stay.
To use towards just living.
Oh, just
and like that's not including like my short term. This is a separate added on thing.
But what about
and my long term? I have long term disability too.
But like if you're hospitalized, like your inpatient stay, what would that be?
That would be
like, do you pay a copay per day for like the first 5 days?
They pay me $200 up to 30 days. Plus, I have like my long term disability lasts up to a year, and that's 80% pay. The first 26 weeks is 100% pay. Then it goes down to 80 up to a year, I believe. And then the separate thing I paid for is like they'll give me up to $20,000. $20,000 just paid out if I get a diagnosis that's like considered chronic, and up to $20,000 if I'm like hospitalized for just expenses.
Man, I feel like in the grand scope of things, like if you were to get that, like if you were to get cancer or some shit, like 20,000 ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
but it'll at least help that. Because if you think of all the benefits like before that, because it's not gonna be like, I mean, I would imagine I would use my short term. Mm-hmm. I would have 100% pay up to 26 weeks. That's gonna help. That's like spacing it out. Then after that, I can go into a long term. That's a separate claim. Long term, that's almost 1 year. And then after that, I would be like, okay, let me tap into the 20K thing. Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, if I'm hospitalized up to 30 days, I'm getting $200 a day.
If you could really stack those like that, which I'm sure it makes sense.
I've heard of people literally getting the 20,000, because one guy, he got cancer. Wow. And he got the 20,000. He got the short term and long term, all that stuff. He used it. He came back, and then he's like working now. He's fine.
Wow.
He healed from cancer.
Yeah, man. It's just one of those things you realize, like, having insurance is so important. Like health insurance, like good health insurance, because you never know what will happen.
You really
don't.
And
just because of how expensive it would be in general, just to like get imagine like just having regular medications. I've seen those copays, bro, like for like bad plans. And oh my God, it's terrifying. Like for if you have diabetes, like that's not your fault. You know what I mean? Like if you just have it and it's genetic and stuff or whatever, like just having it and then having to pay insulin, and some insulins, like specialty ones. Like the expensive. Regular like retail cost or whatever is like $1,000 per, like it's ridiculous. I can't believe charging people to live. Like some people can't afford it, and then they're just like they can't take insulin, and then they'll probably die or go into a coma.
They could die. Yeah,
crazy, man. I don't want to be morbid, but you know,
it's really sad. No, I've heard of that, and there was actually a movie that me and Linda watched that was about a girl that had diabetes and how she ended up like marrying a guy in the army because she just needed healthcare that bad. Because she could not afford insulin, and she was like gonna die. And then I think Linda knows someone that went through that, like where she couldn't afford insulin and it was really hard. And she was like, man, like this is crazy.
It's insane.
Outrageous. Like that's so sad.
But you know, like, I mean, that's why I feel like, and I don't know the statistic on it, but I know that it's, I mean, obviously, like, I mean, 50% of marriages end in divorce, but especially when it's in the military, like, and it's very common to like get married extremely young in the military, and also for benefits. Like one of my old coworkers had talked to me about that literally, where she was like, honestly, like, because she's been with him for like 5 years or something like that, and she was like, honestly, like, we're just gonna do it like at the court to just to get the benefits and not even tell their family, and then later they'll be like, hey, we're gonna have a wedding and say that they got married. So I'm pretty sure they did that unless something happened, but yeah, she told me that for the same reason. She was like, honestly, his life insurance, so that'd be terrible. That would be terrible. No, but yeah, she told me that his health insurance and everything was like crazy, and that she could stay on base, that way she can stay with him, and it's free housing, and like, dude, tons of benefits. But
I've also heard the bad side of that too.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad things too.
There's like good sides.
Depends on.
I mean, guys, I guess that's everything. That's everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, freaking nuts. But I felt like such an adult looking at. I was actually reading terms and conditions, and I was like,
it's kind of interesting.
Where are they gonna rip me? Like try to rip me off?
Yeah, because
I want to make sure I'm paying for it.
You gotta make sure to look.
Yeah, find the loopholes where they could just
be
like, no, I'm not gonna cover this.
Yeah, whatnot. A lot of times it's in like the dental and
then
vision,
I updated it, and I was like, secure.
Hey. I love being able to read that stuff now because I don't understand.
You understand it.
I actually understand like a lot of the. Well, because to me, I think it's messed up that they make it so difficult to understand and to read.
And honestly, who's gonna read all that?
Bro, yeah, no, like nobody's gonna read it, and like especially understanding those terms. Like the insurance terms was really confusing to me.
Wait.
Because it's basically just saying fancy terms that, like, for example, copay. If you don't know what a copay is, like it's basically just a payment. It's just a fee. That's what it is. It's basically a fee. Like they just call it copay, and it's really confusing when you're like, and deductibles. When you're like, oh, you have a deductible.
Yeah.
No, like the deductible is like if you have like $1,000 deductible.
It's 20% normally. Like for
you pay a coinsurance until the deductible.
Oh wait, no, you're right.
I know I'm right. No, but I don't want to say it wrong if I am actually in the wrong, but I remember because I haven't done it in a while. But basically when you don't have your deductible paid, if you have $1,000 deductible, your payments go towards the deductible every month. And when you finally pay up to your deductible, now you only have to pay the copays. But before your deductible is paid, you have to pay a coinsurance. But like, don't you have to meet the deductible?
So
I'd Google it, but I know it's going to take a while.
The copay is the percentage of the.
That's a coinsurance. Is a percentage.
Coinsurance is
coinsurance is a percentage. Like for example, if you have a 20% coinsurance where you pay 20% of whatever the bill is.
Because there's like
for a surgery, a procedure, or just even a doctor's visit, like you'll pay a coinsurance is a percentage. The copay is a fixed amount that never changes. Like for example, my or I think with
primary care is
like for primary, let's say for a primary care doctor, you have a $20 copay, and then you have a $75 specialist copay. Right.
Yeah.
But if you had a coinsurance, which can happen for,
certain.
This is not legal advice, by the way. I don't know if that matters, but this is not. Yeah, if we're wrong,
my bad.
Don't blame us. Look, we're not here trying to give a lesson, but it's just interesting to talk about. I hope it's entertaining still, but it's entertaining to me. But like. It would be mainly for like dental, like it'll be like, oh, like you're covered for routine dental, $0 copay for like your prophylaxis cleaning or your regular cleanings. Yeah, your every 6 months. But for root canals, it'll be a 20% coinsurance because coinsurance is where you pay a percentage. Like Medicare. Medicare is like if you just have part A and B, and when these people don't understand, like when they have Medicare, bro, I'm like, dude, some people are like, they are so stubborn. And they're like, no, I'm not switching off of Medicare. And they like do not believe you. When I'm like, no, like you literally can get Part C, like the Advantage plan, and it's like free. Like it's covered. You just pay because you still have to pay your Part B premium, which they raised from like 140 something to 170 something this year. And people get pissed about that. And I'm like, bro, like you got to realize that this coverage is amazing though, like compared to any insurance that you have that would cost
that's the
more
one where
through
they
a
covers
job
transportation and literally
like
everything.
Well, those are the ones with like Medicaid and Medicare.
Oh, okay.
But the point is when people have like Part A and B, and when you have A and B, number one, it doesn't cover dental, vision, it doesn't like ancillary, like it doesn't cover any separate things other than just going to the doctor. Like and your specialist or whatever. Yeah. But the thing is with Part A and B, you're responsible for like, oh my God, for the copays. I completely forgot I have it like in a book somewhere. But for like hospital copays, it's ridiculous. You're responsible for like most of the like it's absurd. And then it's a coinsurance where you pay 20% of whatever it is, and Medicare pays 80 for like all your doctor's visits.
Yeah, apply for that shared cost.
Bro, like I just know that because it's like Dad, for example, right? With his surgeries, because he had like an Advantage plan with like, so you have your Part A and B and then you sign up for an Advantage plan. It's a $0 premium a month. Right. So you just pay your Part B normal through Medicare. You pay your like 170 something a month. Yeah. And then you literally have like for his knee surgeries, it can be the difference of being like $50,000 for like both of his legs or whatever it costs to paying a copay of like $200 or like, because let's say it was $100,000 bill to get like some crazy surgery. and then you
better be looking real new.
And you have just Medicare, like you're responsible for 20%. So you would be responsible for 20 grand. Typically with any insurance, a bill like that could go down to like a few hundred because you only have a copay.
Yeah. When I met my deductible and I really did not take advantage.
Yeah, because that's why
I have like a month. I have till the end of December to really take advantage of it, but I have not had time. I was gonna see. I can punch her, but I'm sure I'll meet it again next year.
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure.
But once
that
you
can
meet
pay
the deductible, you pay nothing out of pocket afterwards.
Okay, so that's the difference. Depending
no
on the
copay,
plan,
no
I think.
nothing.
But
I go every time I go to the doctor. They're like, "You're paid." I'm like, "Yes, thank you so much."
Yeah, that's why mom would freak out when she'd be like, "The deductible's paid. Go to the doctor. Go to everything you can."
I paid that deductible though. I freaking paid that. That was thank you appendix for failing me in February.
Oh my god. Yeah. No, insurance is really complicated.
Throwing me in the hospital, but I met my deductible.
There you go.
But that was crazy.
I like plans without
because
a deductible.
Because I thought I remember because I came home from a wedding.
Oh yeah.
And I was just like,
I felt so bad. I was like, Daniela here and we were just watching TV.
No, you and Gabe was here.
And he was really concerned, but I just told him it was normal.
And so I was like, yeah, because stuff like that happens to me all the time.
I'm like, she's just going through.
So I don't know how I made it home, y'all. I don't know how I made it home.
That was crazy. Because
I felt like I was literally gonna pass out and die on the side of the road. Yeah. I was in so much physical pain, and I was like, dang, did I just bust it too low? Mm-hmm. Like I was dancing the night away.
Yeah, you said you had a hell of a time.
It was the best wedding I've ever been to my entire life.
That was like the Superstar one, right? With the boats that came in from the lake.
They came in a boat.
And they're all in suits and they came off of the boat.
There was money in the air. There was they hired a robot like that had the light up. They hired dancers. There was rave sticks. There was fog machine. Like I felt like I went to Coachella. Like it was insane I was so mad that my phone died 20 minutes after they got married. Like that was midday.
Dang.
Midday my phone was dead and I was like, wow. I'm living the day. Like I'm off grid. If my phone, because I have a problem with charging my phone, I'm pretty bad at that.
Yeah.
And when it dies, just know I'm off grid. If it's the morning, you'll hear from me the next day. Like I'm just gonna be off grid and I'm gonna live life. And that's exactly what I did. And I was so mad that I didn't get at least a little video of everything.
Like what it looked like. Yeah, because
it was great. Like I can talk about it, but it just sounds insane. And I danced the night away, but I'm telling you, it was nuts.
I believe you.
So I danced the night away. Excuse me.
You're good.
And I was wearing a real nice dress, y'all. Okay, I was looking on point. Wow. And I was wearing my faja. As soon as I got, I gotta like snatch. And in order to do that, I have to snatch up. And so I did that. As soon as I got to my car, that sucker came right off.
It was tough to take off though.
It was tough to come off, but it hurt. Like I was physically in so much pain.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I was like, oh my gosh.
Exactly.
I was like, what's wrong? What's wrong with me? Like my ribs were hurting.
I can imagine that being tight.
And yeah, it was freaking tight, bro.
Yeah.
Bro. And so I took it off and I was in the car. Like I'm having a conversation with my friends. I'm like, y'all, I gotta go. Like I was wearing heels and stuff. And I was like, I gotta go, y'all. Like I really don't feel good. I'm so sorry. My friend flew in from California and I hadn't seen her. And she was leaving like the next day, I think, or 2 days later or something. And I was like, I'm so sorry, girl. Like I really wanted to stay out because there was an after party.
So you were there all day at the wedding anyways, and they wanted you to stay over?
No, I was going to stay till the end of the wedding. And then we were going to the after party to a club that was like a speakeasy. Because in Orlando, everything closes down at like 2. So the after party was going to be, we were going to, at 2. Not everywhere.
Wait, I was going to be like, that's normal though, because that's when they stop serving alcohol.
Yes. So there's these places that you go to after. So the plan was to meet at like a place that was open till 2. And then to go to like the speakeasy kind of place that's after hours club.
How do they have drinks?
And go there. Illegal. And we were going to be out till like 7 a.m. Like I had done this in the past, but I was like, and I haven't done it in a long time, but I was like, I'm going to do it because they just got married. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You gotta celebrate.
But I left and I was like, I'm in so much physical pain. I'm so sorry. And I'm driving home and I texted you and I was like, bro, I'm not feeling good.
Yeah, I think I didn't see it till after.
I had to tell you just in case something happened to me. Like, I was actually really worried and I was like, bro, at least he'll know, I was on my way home. You can figure out a location somehow.
Bruh. That's where we would have needed that.
And I was like driving and my eyes were blurry. Like, I was in so much physical pain nuts. And I didn't want to pull over. I didn't want to pull over because there was mad traffic. And because if I pulled over, I didn't know what was going to happen to me. Like, I was just like, I need to make it home. I was so focused on, I just need to make it home. There was somebody, I think there was someone in my parking spot when I came.
Oh my God. That's
like, out of all the things that could have happened. There was someone parked in my parking spot and I'm like, why does this happen to me? And so I had to park further away from my spot. And I literally parked on the side of the road. I got out of my car and walked into the house and I saw you and Gabe and I didn't want him to see me like that. And I just went straight. I was like, I'm so sorry. Yeah. And I was like, I just went right upstairs. I don't even know how I made it upstairs.
Yeah.
And then
oh my God.
I was just in my bed and I was like, I was literally crying because I was in so much pain.
I think I saw you later when I went upstairs after he left because I was like, because then he was like, oh my God, you like, I remember him thinking like, but I know, well, like, I think he was just like concerned that you weren't okay, which he was right. And for me, I was like, dude, like, trust me, bro.
It happens all the time.
Yeah, like it happens all because it does. Where I'm like, oh, it's just.
And that's the thing that I don't know.
Dude, she probably ate some like a bunch of chocolate cake or ate like some crazy dessert, some really good food,
and then Caesar salad, bro. I ate a Caesar salad, and that's what was weird too.
That's where it was. I
was sus because I was having trouble eating, and like more than usual because I did have a surgery, but time had passed enough time for me to not like feel like that. And I was like, dang, like I just had like a Caesar salad. I kept it real clean. Like I was good. And so that's why things didn't make sense. And I was just like, what the heck? And I was just I went upstairs and I was like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. Like, I don't want, my cousin to see me like this and stuff. And so I was just crying and I was like, dang, I'm a freaking party pooper. Like, I left the wedding early. I couldn't go to the party. And now I'm coming to my house and I want to hang too, but I can't because I'm literally in so much physical pain. And then I was thinking, like, do I need to go to the ER? Because sometimes I'd be pushing myself really far.
Yeah, bro.
And then
I do that too, where I'm just like, it'll just get better.
But I was
that worries me for the same thing that you did, that I'll do that. Because I'm like, dang, that made me realize. Anyways.
So then I was like, okay, I pushed myself so far because I was in massive pain. I took 2 Tylenol pills. I was like, I should be fine. And I was in so much pain that I passed out. And then I woke up the next day and I was like,
that's where
I pushed myself past.
Like looking back, I was like, this was one of the most dangerous, because it could be potentially really dangerous.
Now I know.
Like, hopefully. Oh my God.
So I pushed myself. I passed out. I wake up the next day and I'm like, oh, I don't feel as bad, but I don't feel hungry like at all. Like, if anything, I'm really repulsed by the thought of eating. And so I was like, I can't eat, man. And then I drank a little bit of water. I didn't want to drink water. And I was dehydrated, but I was like, I just can't. Like, for some reason, I just can't. Like, it just feels like I'm going to throw up.
Yeah.
And I went on with my day. And I couldn't wear pants, y'all. TMI. But like, pants were hurting my stomach. And so I was like, you know what?
That's like another warning sign. And then
I knew it was just you and Daniela. Like, it was your day to hang out.
Yeah. Because I didn't know that you left.
And so I was like, oh my gosh, you guys haven't hung out in so long.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I don't want to ruin it for them. So I just stayed in my room. And Daniela, she's a sister. So, and you're obviously my brother. So I was just in my freaking underwear and my t-shirt.
Yeah, when I told her later, she was like,
and
oh my God. Like, we could have gone with her.
Do you want to hang out with us? And I was like, no, I'm good. I was just in my bed just watching movies. And I was starting to feel the pain again, but it was more of like you're good.
Sorry.
And so I was starting to feel the pain again, but I was like, it's not as bad. Like, it's not excruciating, but it's definitely lingering. Like, it's discomfort. And so I was just like, and I had been in my bed for a few hours. And then Daniela came and I was like, hey girl. And I got up, and when I got up, I was like, oh my gosh, this hurts, like to get up. Like I was literally like this.
Yeah.
And I went to the bathroom.
I didn't expect that you were in that much pain.
Yeah, I went in the bathroom and I was like, well, I'm really good at hiding it too.
Yeah.
But I was in the bathroom.
I was like, it's probably just, you know.
Yeah, fine. I went to the bathroom. I peed and I was like, oh my gosh, like something just doesn't feel right. But I don't know. Because I'd be I doubt myself so much. And
it's just there's so much stuff going on.
Because there's so much stuff.
Especially with our history of like stomach pain.
You know what really bothers me?
Like we all are like always going through it.
Bro, what really bothers me is the stuff that I won't think anything is wrong with me. Went for my annual checkup and they found all this stuff and I'm like what? Well, either I feel it and I don't think anything, or I don't feel it and everything's wrong. I'm like,
it just doesn't make sense.
I can't win, man. But yeah, so I like was walking back to my bed from the bathroom, which is it's quite a little walk. It's a few feet away or whatever. And so I go back in my bed and I'm like, okay, this doesn't feel right ever. And Daniela comes, she's talking to me. She's like, Mary, you want to hang out with us or whatever? And I'm like, honestly, girl, like I really don't feel good. She's like, what's up? It's like, it's just my stomach. Like, I don't know. Like I can't eat. I haven't eaten all day. It had been like 7 hours since I woke up. And I couldn't sleep. I didn't sleep well that night. And then, but I blacked out. I'll tell you that. I blacked out because I was in pain. But yeah, I was like, I just feel really off. And it's just like my ribs and my back. And like, now I can't really walk, man. And I don't want to, like, when I wear pants, it just hurts just wearing the pants. Even though it was like sweatpants and stuff. Pain. Like even the lightest cloth, like I put on a skirt that was like heavy, like, I mean, not heavy, but like stretchy and loose. And even that irritated me. I was like, ow, that hurts. And so, I was just, you know, even my underwear, if I could have taken it out, I would have been like, whatever. But obviously I'm not going to flash my cooch at you guys. And if something happened, God forbid the ambulance comes in and my cooch is just like fully out, just smiling at everyone. Yeah. What? You know what I mean? Like,
it's curves.
I don't know. But, yeah, so that happened. And then Daniela was like, what side, like, you feel the pain in your like abdomen or whatever? What side is it? And I was like, I'm not worried about, I was like, I'm not really worried about my appendix because that's the left side.
Oh, and then she was like, or whatever side it's on.
I was like, whichever one it is. I was like, I think that's the left side, so I'm good. And she was like, Mary, that's the right side.
It's the other side.
And I was like, oh shoot.
Do you have the scar? Right?
Yeah.
Because I completely forgot that they did do this.
Did you want to see it? I'll show you later.
I never even realized. I think I saw when you had the stitches and you showed me because it was like a little Band-Aid and you were like, you kept freaking, you're like, oh God, oh man, it's a huge one or something. I don't know.
The meds they gave me.
Oh, dude,
I had a major senior moment because I read the medication instructions wrong. So I basically I was on the verge of overdosing for 3 days, made plans, didn't remember.
You were taking like double the amount you were supposed to because
I wish it was double.
But I understood
it was like 2/3
or whatever it was. I just remember that when I read it too, I was like, I could see why you'd get confused at the way it's worded.
Yeah.
That it tells you, and you read it. I don't know. We'd have to see the bottle, but I understood it once I looked at it. I was like, I get
way more than was prescribed.
There you go.
And when I tell you I don't remember those 3 days, those first 3 days, I really don't.
I just remember you were smiling.
I felt good.
Like, oh, man,
I don't remember those 3 days. I was
you were just sleeping like all the time. I think you were sleeping like all day.
I was sleeping and just straight chilling.
Oh, I guess you were relaxing. It was healing.
And I made plans and I didn't know, but
oh wow.
Yeah. I made plans to go to the beach on that Saturday.
Oh, well, you definitely wouldn't have been able to.
Yeah, so that's how you know I was like,
oh, like this was after?
Like a few days later, I made plans a few days later.
That's funny.
To go to the beach. I don't remember making those plans.
I guess you just thought you were normal.
I think I was just that drugged up that I did that and I didn't even know. But yeah, so Daniela's like, Mary, that's the side of your appendix, the side that you have pain, which I believe is the right side.
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure it's the right
dude.
side.
It always
I'm like
me.
90% sure it's the right side.
Wherever
and
you
I
have
was
the
like,
scar.
I looked at her and I was like, oh shoot, girl, that's the side that I'm feeling a lot.
Is that when you decided
pain.
to go to the ER?
And then she was like, Mary, how long has this been going on? I was like, since yesterday. And she was like,
I thought it was like 2 days.
yeah, it was like a day and a half.
Okay.
Well,
yeah. Because by the time they found out,
because
right?
it was
By
at
the
that
time
night. It was the night before, and then the morning and afternoon. I mean, I went to the hospital like afternoon, evening of the next day.
Mm.
But I was like, girl, I messed up. And she was like, Mary, you should have told us. And we would have gone to the hospital earlier. And I was like, nah, girl, like I'm struggling walking right now, but I'm not like screaming, crying in a corner.
Yeah, I think that's why we were confused though, right? Because you were like, oh,
and I was like, honestly, the odds of it being my appendix,
low.
So low, girl. Nah. So low. And because I would be crying, like screaming, which I was crying. But I wasn't screaming, you know what I mean?
But it's not necessarily. I think that it was that
I felt like I had to be screaming.
I think your pain tolerance is just really high.
It's extremely high.
And then
scary.
you also, because for me, my pain tolerance is like low as heck. But because you guys be thinking I'm lying, bro, if I get hurt or something. But like, I really feel, no, but you know what I mean? Where like my pain tolerance, I think it's low. I don't know how to test that. But I'll say that if I get any little cut, like I swear I cannot take pain. Like I hate pain so much. Like any little pain, like if I get a paper cut, like it stings like hell. Like that's happened with cardboard box. You know when you get it from Amazon, bro, and you're just so excited to open it, and I just rip it and it goes like, swoop, and I'm like, damn it. And bro, but those cuts are I hate it. You feel it every time. I don't even notice
those cuts. I'll wake up and be like, how do I have all these cuts?
My pain tolerance is low, man.
It's bad.
It's like super bad. I don't know. If I pray I never get tortured. Like for some reason, I don't know. Like what if, I don't know, with all this stuff that happens.
Hopefully not,
I just hope I don't, because I'll say everything. And then they'll probably still do it and I'll get really angry because I'll be like, I can't take this, man. Like you're not going to get more information from doing it because I can't take it. Like it's just going to, I don't know. I just hate pain.
Hopefully that never happens.
I hate pain. I couldn't be a woman, man. Like having period. Couldn't do it.
Oh my god,
man! I don't know. I mean, maybe because I know that women get used to it, right? Like,
no,
I'm sorry. Look, I'm not trying to get canceled here. No, that I remember learning that the reason you get used to pain in general, that you still feel it and it still hurts a lot.
Wait, pause.
Right, but isn't that a thing?
Wait, pause.
What? I learned about this.
Pause.
Or maybe
we forgot again.
What do you mean? Oh,
welcome to Mary and Norm's podcast, episode 7.
Wait, yeah.
Sorry, guys, we forgot again.
Yeah, I forgot the intro. Wow. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
But okay,
welcome. If you've made it this far.
If you made it this far, welcome again.
Welcome again.
We're going to try better next time.
We'll try better. We're still here.
We're still here.
I want that to be a regular thing. We're still here.
But
yeah.
Okay, the with the appendix. Anyways,
Back
ended
to
up
business.
going to the hospital.
What was I saying though?
It's coming.
Yep. Ugh.
Spirit. Holy Spirit.
Yeah. Oh dang! See, this is the bad thing about us forgetting everything. All I know, I'm just hoping.
The pain tolerance is really low.
Pain tolerance.
And you were saying with the paper cut thing. Oh my gosh! Terrible. And then you were talking about periods.
Women, yep, period. There
which
we go.
That's a whole tangent. So let me finish the appendix thing.
To say mine like really quick, I just want to say that I remember that. I swear I learned it somewhere where it said that women, like that. I guess having a period helps. I mean, I don't want to say this and it's completely wrong. I'm just gonna say it and then someone will correct me. I'm sure. If they do comment, but if not, I'll just figure it out.
Yeah.
But I just remember I thought that it was like something about it being like a natural way for
your uterus sheds.
Women's that like while it's really painful and terrible, right? Like childbirth, they have tested how women's pain tolerance is way higher than a man's because you have your period.
Well, yeah.
And that when like if a man when they done the electrode things, they'll put it at the same level for a woman in the same like spots that they put it on the stomach or whatever to like simulate pregnancy or having birth.
Sorry, I'm itchy, guys.
And then imagine you hear the no, but that for the women they'll be like it just feels like a period, like that's what they'll say. Wow. And then for the men they'll be like like shaking everywhere, and that's what I meant by that having the period. I remember from like that video they said that women apparently like I don't know if I guess you benefit from the pain and why your pain tolerance is so much higher because it does help with childbirth, so that it's not like imagine for a man having childbirth they'd probably fucking die compared to like a woman, like it's excruciating and everything, you don't like I know, but that it like it's not going to be as painful as it would be for a man who doesn't know what that pain is.
Yeah, also where's the exit?
Well, it stretches out automatically, you know, and that's also another
for
really
a man?
This is a tangent. Oh no, I'm saying for I'm talking for a woman where I'm like that's interesting to me that it just opens up. Like could you trigger that another time, like just for fun? I would. No, but like
imagine me right now under the table.
You focus.
I'm opening.
No, you like
my pelvic region.
If I was a woman,
to fit a child human head out of it,
like put the whole mug in it.
I'm like, you see the bulge on my pants?
It's a hole.
That is a black hole where a child can be exiting or just exiting. Yeah. No, I just feel like wouldn't that be interesting? Nuts.
Wouldn't it just be interesting if I was a woman? I'd be like, I want to see what it looks like before you have it. Like, I just want to know what it looks like for it to be like that freaking huge. I guess you could just look up a video probably, but I don't know. I just think that's nuts. Like that's massive. The fact that they
I don't want to see
because you see the movies, they're like the doctor's like he's going two-handed, and he's like, I'm getting it out. Like he's in there with both hands. I just think that's nuts.
That sounds.
That was just a little side tangent. Sorry. Or back to your appendix. That's all I was trying to say.
I feel like it's easy for you to talk about because you don't have the bits. Mm-hmm. You know? But as somebody with the bits, it's just so disgusting.
I'm just interested. I probably would look gross.
And it sounds
I'd be interested to see
not only painful but disturbing. And that's the thing, like I know
gaping open like that?
I know that people are like, oh my gosh, our bodies are so beautiful. No. I
would say for the guys and
I am grossed out.
The girls too. Like it's I don't know, for men and women private parts, like if you think about it, they're pretty nasty and usually sweaty. You know what I mean? Right? And I don't say like
speak for yourself.
I am bro, literally we're both sweaty people. I'm probably sweater. No, but like in that area, it gets hot.
Yeah, it can be
we can agree
sauna
on that. Sometimes, like if you're outside, for example.
If you're active.
If you're outside at a football game and it's still sunlight outside.
That's why what I mean. Hygiene is important.
Not if you're just sweating and it's hot down there. Where are you going to put
so
like
you're
baby
just going to
powder?
let it sweat?
Well, what do? Go to the bathroom and put some baby powder on it?
No, just wipe.
Oh, yeah. That's like normal.
Some wipes.
I mean, it doesn't get like that bad. I'm just saying like it can get damp over time. You're telling me if we go to Disney and we go to Disney all day, it's not going to get damp? I guess this is too intricate. This is how we would normally talk. Yeah, for me, this is like a normal topic. I'm like, it's pretty like, I don't know.
Damp. When you say damp, it just sounds disgusting, man.
I don't know. Well, this isn't like a kid's show here, so.
Yeah, I know it's not a kid's show, but I think of things.
Maybe I'm a little too open.
I think of, and it's just.
Wait, like in general? Oh, that's not what I think of. No, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, actually, maybe this is too.
Thank you.
Like grotesque. I'm sorry.
Getting on the same page as me.
Probably won't talk about this again.
Now that you know what's in my brain.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We could talk about it again, but maybe we should have a disclaimer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But.
Anyways.
Wow. How did we get there?
I don't know. That's just what goes through my brain.
Oh, yeah. But the appendix story, y'all. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to wrap it up because basically I was in massive pain I didn't trust myself, per usual. Pushed myself past. I've been in so many. I mean, that was the second time that I passed out through pain and didn't go to the doctor. So that goes to show I have some things to work on.
Yeah, go to the doctor if you
just go to the doctor, guys. Don't be like me. Don't do it.
Yeah, man, she's weird.
But yeah, I ended up going to the ER. And then when we were there, this is crazy because I get to the ER and they're like, we need you. They did labs. And then they were like, okay, we're gonna confirm. They were like, do you feel, like, the doctor was like, do you feel discomfort here? Do you feel pain here? Do you feel tender here? Do you blah, blah? And I was like, it doesn't like hurt, but it feels uncomfortable. Like, I feel discomfort. And he was like, okay, what about here? What about here? And I was like, I feel discomfort there, like the most, I'd say, but I'm not like screaming in pain. And I had to give him the disclaimer because when they look at my record too, they kind of know, I guess they wrote notes and stuff, that I have an extremely high pain tolerance and of like my medical history. So as soon as I get to the hospital, they rush me first.
Immediate. Yeah, it was immediate.
Yeah. Once you get that.
And because of how you're feeling too, where they were like,
you know what it is though? Because they thought I had leukemia before.
Yeah. You're like a risk
Ever since then, the doc, like I see the doctor as soon as I get there.
It's crazy because I've gone with you. Yeah. And it's literally.
And it's like, they don't care. I'm like a high, like whatever. They're like, you almost had leukemia like or whatever. Like you have that tag. Minutes. 2 or 3 minutes, they take me back. I'm like, and everyone else is like, nice.
What's going on?
Yeah, so they took me back and they were I had to give him the disclaimer. I was like, when I had all my organs, like all my internal organs were enlarged and swollen, I only felt discomfort. I felt no pain. So I was like, I'm just telling you that because there could be stuff going on and I think it's just discomfort. And he's like, all right. So we're going to do like the CT scan and all that stuff. And they're like, okay, we need you to pee. And I'm like, ugh, the walk. Because it was really hard for me to walk. So I was like, I got this. I went to the bathroom and I turned on the light. I can't make this up. Someone crapped all over the toilet seat. It was on the floor.
Oh my God. Dude.
And I was like,
I can't imagine what happened to them.
It took me so long to walk there, and I was in so much pain, and I was like
the car spot.
Why? Oh, and I had forgotten my wallet, and I had to go upstairs into the house to get my wallet. And I thought I was gonna pass out. I had to stop midway in the stairs and just lay down because I was like, oh my God, I feel like I'm gonna drop.
And then you said you felt discomfort. It's like, what?
Well, I felt dizzy and like I couldn't breathe well. But
dang, bro.
Whatchamacallit? So then I go to the bathroom. It's literally poop. It looked like a crime scene. It was disgusting. And I went to the nurse station. I went to the nurse station. I was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, it wasn't me. I don't know who did it, but the bathroom looks, I was like, I can't sugarcoat this, but it looks like a shit fest.
Like the grandpa, what is it? Bad grandpa?
Yeah, it was like bro, that was nothing. Nothing.
That's pretty wild because I've seen some wild stuff in the bathroom.
And I was like, I'm so sorry, but I can't sugarcoat this. Like, I can't make this up. And they were like, oh, let's go see. And all the nurses were in awe. They were like,
oh,
there was a little old man.
Oh, they knew. Yeah, because I remember you telling me that
and I was like, where's the other bathroom? Because I have to pee like in the cup for them. And I couldn't even.
Why didn't they take you in a wheelchair,
to pee too. Because I'm stubborn. I said no. So then, they take me down. Or no, they were like, oh, go to the other bathroom. It's so much further. And I'm like,
should ask for the wheelchair, bro.
I'm like, dang it. I got this. So I go to the bathroom. I do my thing. I like peed probably like just enough. And I just prayed to God.
Did you miss at all?
I was in massive pain.
Did you get it on your hand?
You know, that was the one time where No.
You know what I mean?
Shut up. No, so like the little string or whatever. I was like, dang, I might need
for the emergency.
That. Like I actually held it around while I was peeing because I was like, I might need that. Bitch. As stubborn as I am, I was like, if I do need this, I'm gonna.
And then you say
it.
Discomfort. It's not discomfort. It's stubbornness. When you're like, it's discomfort, but then you're like, I couldn't even breathe. I couldn't even walk.
What? No, I didn't feel like. You know what?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I know what you're saying because you didn't react as much to. Because I remember being there and he was feeling you, and then you were just like, you're like, I don't know. It's kind of like a discomfort. I'm like,
yeah. So then, I pray to God, and I'm like, Lord, Holy Spirit, take over my mind, soul, body, spirit, please. Make this. I'm like, I listen to the indicators. I'm here. I'm at the hospital. They're gonna take care of me. Like, bless the hands are gonna take care of me and the people that, like, the team of doctors and stuff to do a good job. Lord, like, numb this pain right now because I trust. I listen to the indicators. I'm here. Now just numb me out, homie. Like, I don't want to feel any of this pain. I kid you not. I got back to that room and I felt brand new. I felt like no pain whatsoever, and I was just good. I was like, oh, thank you, Lord. And then they're like, okay, you have to wait on the results, whatever. Me and you are just laughing. And this is the thing that's tough is whenever I go to the doctors.
Oh, and they don't take it seriously because we're just being idiots. My
siblings or whatever, we're just laughing, and I'm just like, like I could be having a ball, and they're like, oh, you have this, and I'm like, dang. I'm like, you for
2
real?
hours?
You for real?
And we're like,
they're like, I don't. So the doctor comes back with the results, and he's like, hey, like, so I have some good news and bad news. I'm like, all right, what's the good stuff? And he was like, oh, well, you're good right now. And I'm really happy that you're in good spirits and stuff. And he's like, I honestly.
Yeah, they were surprised. They're like,
and he was like, but the bad news is I don't know how you're like this right now. He's like, I can't believe that you're laughing and you're like completely fine right now after what I just saw on the CT scan. And I was like, it's the Lord. And I was literally like, it's God, man.
They think we're nuts.
And he was like,
what does it say?
Memory card? No space on the memory card? Was it not recording this whole time?
It was recent, I think. I don't know.
Well, the audio can hear us, right?
Oh, you're right. The audio can hear us. You know what?
You know what? We'll just...
Yeah. We'll keep going.
Keep going.
We'll keep going.
Do you want to hit record? That way we can put a portion
But there's no space.
Oh, there's no space.
If there's no space, we're going to have to delete something. Delete the last one. If you do it. Well, I'm going to keep talking. I'll keep talking. Oh, actually, yeah, keep talking.
I don't know how to delete
keep talking. Just keep talking.
All right, guys, I'm killing.
Keep talking about your story.
Okay, I'm killing time. We're going to put an image up because for the whole time that we were talking and there's no video. I apologize. But yeah, so he's like, I don't know how you're like this. And I was like, it's the Lord. He's got me, man. Beautiful alligator photo Norman's showing me on the TV right now. Don't delete that because that's good. We have a little alligator at the lake now. We didn't have one before. I was actually praying for a little one, so I'm really happy that it came. Hope it's still there. I don't know if it's still there. So, back on video. Sync up. Peter, Piper, Pepper.
Fine.
And good enough to sync. So
yeah, sorry about that little.
Sorry about it, guys. Commission. You're probably looking at an image, like I said.
Yeah.
For the
maybe
last,
I'll put the alligator up there.
Long. Maybe we'll put the alligator.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good. It is a podcast.
We're basically at the end, anyways. But yeah, sorry, I had to just delete a video.
Yeah, so the
old one.
The doctor looks at me. He's like, I don't know how you're laughing and you're so good after what I just saw on the CT scan. And I was like, I cool. Like, what's up? And he was like, you have appendicitis. Like, your appendix is in need of surgery.
It's leaking.
Need of surgery, man. So we're gonna get you to the other hospital. They're going to transport you. And I told them, the first thing I said, I was like, is there a fee? Because if there's,
yeah, you did.
I said, I was like, I'm not paying $6,000 for transportation.
Bro, that's what I'm talking about right there.
Because I got my brother right here. I was like, listen, I'll go with my brother. I'll release you of liability. I'll sign whatever you want me to sign. And we'll go, because if it's a 20-minute drive, I'm not paying $6,000 for that.
Yep, they be charging up the butt for no reason.
And they were like, no, it's going to be free. It's including your insurance. Thank you, Lord, for good insurance. Thank you.
Honestly, man.
And so,
it's like a limo.
And so I was like, all right, cool, I'll go. Just for the ride, you know? That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Who can, you know what I mean? When am I going to get the opportunity? I remember once
you were like, well, if it's free, you're like, yeah,
when am I going to get the opportunity?
You can see the inside and like,
okay,
yeah, because I've never seen the inside.
I'll just go. I've been a passenger, but I've never been the one on the stretcher. You know what I'm saying?
You're like,
it's a different experience.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, cool.
You rated 5 stars.
We go to the hospital. They treat me. I was hospitalized for a few days. Eventually, I had the surgery, and this was all after I had COVID, y'all.
Oh, so yeah.
I had
said COVID. You were more at risk for it.
I had COVID, and then I got sick. I had like the flu or something. This is back to back.
It was
COVID,
bad.
flu.
Yeah, because you already missed a week from work from that. I remember because
I missed 2 weeks.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Because you missed time, and then I missed a week from work because of COVID. Then
I got the flu.
And then right after, really close.
And it was crazy because I was messaging my boss, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be out of work because I was like, I took off because I'm still not feeling well. Like now I think I have like the flu or whatever. I got the flu, and I was super sick, like extremely sick. And then I was in the hospital, and I got appendicitis, and I was like, you'll never believe what happened to me. And he's like, what happened? And I was like, I have appendicitis. I'm going to be out of work again because I have to like have surgery and stuff. And they were like,
I felt bad because I was like, this must
really
be like
hitting
nuts.
you.
Like, or like they might not believe you, but then you send the.
And I was like, what are the odds, right? Like very high for me.
Anyone. Yeah. For you.
Very high for me. And for you.
Honestly, yeah. Because it's the worst luck. It's the worst luck.
Like.
It's Murphy's Law, bro. I'm telling you.
Dang.
I'm telling you.
Dang though. But it was nuts. And I mean, I was in good spirits and stuff. And I was having a jolly old time. They took that sucker out. And now she can't mess with me ever again. I'm glad she's gone.
Now you're clean. I guess the only other thing is your gallbladder, right? Isn't that like another thing you don't need?
That's another risky thing for me. So if I ever have pain again, I know it's probably my gallbladder. I just got to get her out.
I'm terrified. Since it happened to you, I'm terrified that will happen to me at some point. I know it can happen when you're older. But like, because I also have stomach pain like that. So I'm like, I don't know if it's serious. Can you imagine if I don't know.
Don't be me.
I'll ramble on about it. But yeah, I just got to go to the hospital, bro, next time. Because it'd be getting bad. So,
but hey, what if it was nothing? Then I would have been good. Like, but I think I did push it.
It's better safe than sorry in these times, especially the older we get.
Yeah.
You got to be careful, guys.
And for me, and I was so thankful that you guys even took me because I was like, I was going to drive myself. And then you guys were like, no, you're not driving. I was like, no.
Because you might crash.
Yeah, but I didn't want to ruin you guys' day. So I was like, I'll drive myself, bro. I'll be fine. I've done it so many times. And then they're like, nuts. Oh, you're going to stay here the night. And I'm like, oh, shoot, it was serious? I should have told somebody. I'm just at the hospital for a day. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, guys, I'll see you in 2 days. I got hospitalized. They're not letting me leave.
Yeah, it was a good thing we took you because then we were with you until we left or whatever. Oh, God. But, yeah, man.
If I learned anything, it's... Did I learn...
I don't know, to be honest. We'll see next time.
We'll see next time.
Hopefully there's no next time, but like honestly,
hopefully there's no next time.
There's probably gonna be next time.
But I've already experienced moments like that, and I haven't gone to the hospital, so
yeah, we'll see what happens. I guess. Hopefully we're both good. Maybe it'll be me next time. So maybe you gotta push me.
God forbid.
Yeah, honestly, God forbid. I don't want to get sick. I told you I can't handle pain. Like I'll think I'm gonna die at that point. I think if I had that same pain, man. Anyways,
because I remember what was it? You had to get an MRI with contrast or something, and then or some scan with and they had to put in the needle.
After my
then you were like
occipital migraines that I had. That was like a wild trip. No, I couldn't take that. Oh my God,
I gotta do that Monday.
I hated doing that where they had to put the thing in because it wasn't an IV. I just know it was thicker because they had to put the contrast in, and I was like, I've never wanted. I hate needles. I hate it so much. I hate getting shots. Like, I hate getting, especially taking blood when it's like in there for a long period of time. I hate that feeling so much.
I got so
like
used
you having
to
the
it.
IV. Oh, it freaks the crap out of me. Like, oh God, I don't even like it.
I got so used to it that I just stare at it and I'm like,
no, honestly, it makes me like freaked. It gives me chills like thinking about it right now. Like I hate having that in you. Oh my God. But anyways, yeah, I had to do that because of that wild stuff I had going on where I like started seeing stuff. That was the craziest day. It was they said they believed that it was an occipital migraine and that it was definitely caused to stress. Like I knew it was caused by stress, like at work. And then like I literally couldn't, I went blind. In one, my whole eye was blind and the other one was like a black, like it was like blacked out. I could only see like a little bit of vision, like this much.
Yeah. I remember you telling me that. Yeah, and I was like,
you were there. And I was like,
we should go to the doctor.
Yeah, because I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel pain. I didn't feel like any pain at all.
You were like, I can't see, Mary. My head I can't see anything below this.
Bro, my head didn't even hurt. Yeah, and I was like, I literally cannot see. And I'm like, it looks like I'm blacking out. And then I started seeing colors like moving, and it was like lines moving like crazy. It was like a TV, but like the pixels, it was literally like red, green, and blue. And it was like flashing like, I was scared and you guys thought I was having like a stroke or like maybe a seizure or something. I don't know. I never had anything like that happen in my life. And to this day, it's never happened again, thankfully. But I don't know what that was. Like the doctor, they just believed, they said it was probably an occipital migraine, where you like hallucinate, where you would see stuff and that would happen. And it would be caused due to stress. But they said that there was nothing serious. Yeah, on the MRI, they were like, we didn't see anything weird, like, you know, that could cause like a tumor or something. But yeah, that was freaky, man. Thank God nothing. I mean, I'm glad that it hasn't happened, obviously, but I'm pretty sure it goes to show it was because of stress, because in that time I was really stressed out, like at that job. And I think that, it just makes a lot of sense. I felt like I was at a breaking point at that. And I remember that day was like the worst day I ever had, like stress wise at the job. It was just overwhelming that day. And I just kept feeling so much anxiety. It was crazy. Yeah. And then that's where I got to that point where like it snapped at home. Like after I was relaxed, which was weird. It was after that whole day where I just felt like pooped, bro. But again, no pain. There was no pain, no headache until after for like a week.
No game.
So, yeah.
And I think
I hope it's still recording for you guys. I think it might just be the link with the TV.
It's just flashing right now.
We have it like on a monitor thing back there.
So we're going to wrap it up.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I guess this episode was about our health problems.
Yeah. So, thank you guys.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
We'll probably talk more about our health issues as they come.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, we can talk about it, get more in depth if you guys like it. I don't know. I hope it was interesting though, but this is different. You know.
Yeah, it's different.
We'll talk about all types of things, you know. We could do some research. And if you have any
topics you want us to discuss,
any topics.
Let us know.
One thing we've been thinking about is true crime. Thanks to Tina.
Thank you, Tina. For the idea.
So hopefully we can start researching, and if you guys think it's a great idea, we can look into. Maybe do a separate channel.
It kind of freaks me out.
It honestly freaks me out too.
I
That's
get
the thing.
Scared. And I know that you get scared, and so if we talk about it, it's like in the room.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna bring it here.
I know you freak out more than me, and I'll be like, by default, I have to be strong.
Yeah.
And I don't
Let
know
us know what you'd like. The true crime. It might be a little scary. We're thinking of it.
About it.
We might be babies. I'm a baby, but I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It would have to be true crime in nature.
Yeah.
That might be fun.
We'll figure it out. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button.
Thank you guys for watching.
The subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Stay tuned for when we make the next episode. And to whoever's watched this far and actually watched till the end.
Yeah.
Even if you just skip to it, just thank you for watching and being a part of our little podcast weekly show here.
Mm-hmm.
So
we'll be posting every Friday or Saturday, depending on how the week goes.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Have a great night. Share.
Happy holidays,
with
everyone.
your friends. Have a happy holiday.
Yeah.
And take care.
See you later. Peace.